So, I'm back. This is the first time I get to ride since the last time I got to ride, which was like, what, last Monday? It's been over a week. Honestly, I was craving it so bad. I really, really needed this. So, if you're wondering, you can officially call me Daddy. Because I am a dad. My baby Elias was born September 7th at 1:10 a.m. So he was almost a September 6th baby, but that didn't happen. He came a little later than expected because doctors were convinced he was to be born on September 6th. It was kind of a crazy, very crazy week leading up to it. His mama, his baby mama, actually went into the hospital at around, I don't know, morning on Tuesday last week. I guess the 5th. She was induced that morning, but I mean, she was induced for a reason, right? That reason being that the baby did not want to come out. The baby was fully baked in the oven, maybe even overbaked at that point, but he did not want to come out. So she had to be induced into labor. She was there all Tuesday, all Wednesday, so 2 days, and contractions were coming. She was dilating and everything, so it just took a while. Another couple went in with their baby, also induced. They left 3 hours after, you know. So it took baby mama about a day and a half. Maybe a little more. But baby was born. He was born 8.8 pounds, almost 9 pounds. And to me, that's crazy because I was born right under 7 pounds, and I ended up, you know, growing into a 6'2" ginormous man. You know, at least here in the valley, I'm ginormous. Everywhere else, it's whatever. So, yeah, I was very surprised. I was very surprised by the whole experience, to be honest. You know, my wife went through a normal labor, you know, came out the normal way, and she looked very small, you know. As a pregnant woman, she looked very small. Her belly was, you know, it wasn't that big. And she's not very big. She didn't gain very much weight. So we all kind of expected a little baby. We expected a tiny baby, like a little munchkin of a baby. But a nearly 9-pound boy came out, and we were just kind of like, where were you hiding this? Like, where was this baby? Like, I don't know. It was kind of insane. And I remember like the head popping out. Actually, I remember part of like the head coming out. I'm not squeamish for, you know, this kind of stuff, so I was kind of like really in there trying to, you know, see everything. And I remember seeing this tiny little head, and I was a little confused. I was like, what's wrong with its head? But I think that, like, you know, being squeezed, you know, like the folds of his skin were kind of like coming together, and it just looked really odd to me. I was really confused. But you know, I was kind of like, in my head, I was imagining like the head being like really small, and I was like, what's wrong with this baby? Is he deformed or something? But when the head actually popped out, I was like, whoa, like that's huge. That's a huge head. And at that point, she had to push and push as hard as she could to get him out. And he got out, he came out safely, and I was very surprised at the size of his body. It was ginormous. I was just like, what the heck? The doctor held him up. Doctor's like, you want to take a picture? And I'm like, yeah, I'll take a picture. And maybe I'll put that up. But I was just very surprised with his size. He was just enormous. I could not believe that came out of the baby mama. So yeah, I think we were all surprised. Everybody was pretty shocked with the size. And we ended up staying at the hospital for about a day extra. We didn't leave until like Friday afternoon, so it was a long time, and we just wanted to go home at that point. We really miss home. I gained a lot of weight while I was at the hospital. Not actual weight, but I was kind of nervous, I guess. Or I don't know. But I was basically just eating the whole time. Like, I bought a bunch of snacks from H-E-B. My wife couldn't eat anything. She, I guess because of the epidural or whatever else, the possibility of a C-section, they didn't let her eat. So she's like starving, and I brought like my favorite tostadas that are like super low calorie. I bought a lot of low calorie snacks, but I don't know if it was the saltiness and all the liquids. I ended up gaining like 15 pounds. I'm 175. I went up to 190 when I got home, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, how did I gain 15 pounds? So I kind of fasted, essentially fasted for 2 days, and then I ended up coming down to my weight 175, and I was like, oof. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, how could I have possibly gone over like so much? But I think it's just the weight of all the liquids and the salty foods. I took a lot of salty snacks because I don't really eat a lot of sweets. And so yeah. And I really just wanted to come back and do this, you know, get on my bike and bike. And so that's what I'm doing now. Except now, I guess, now I'm just doing a time-lapse video. I really wanted to do a time-lapse, so I'm doing it now. The portion I'm doing right now is obviously not a time-lapse. So that's the story. Otoniel Elias Vasquez III was born. He is a beautiful baby. He looks just like me, so of course he's gonna be gorgeous. He's gonna be tall. He's gonna be an athlete. I don't know what he's gonna be, but I hope he's amazing. And you know, as much as I missed being on the trails and biking, it was kind of interesting how you know, usually I do this because I need to feel alive and well, but I was noticing that after the baby was born, that I feel very good. You know, it feels strange having a baby. You know, it really is magical in a way. It's kind of crazy that my wife and I are capable of creating something like this. You know, even as artists, it's kind of like, wow, I never knew I was capable of something like this. So it is magical. I felt very indifferent going into this, but after the baby was born, I feel very much in love, you know.